I think it's important to my constituents and certainly to me that we fully review the events of this last year, because something went terribly wrong. The flooding was epic. There's no doubt about that. In my state of North Dakota, we were hit by record floods, records that are so far exceed anything ever in recorded history that you have to wonder what is happening. This is our fourth largest town. In 48 hours, the level of the flood was increased, the projection, 10 feet. I mean, there's no way you can respond in 48 hours to an increase in the projection of 10 feet. That is humanly not possible to defend the town. A wall of water was headed our way. More than 11,000 residents were evacuated. This is 3.5 feet higher in terms of the flood level than the record recorded flood of 1881. So we're dealing with something that is so far outside our experience that it's hard to even talk about. The damage to this town was dramatic. More than 4,000 homes were inundated for weeks, and many of them just completely destroyed. Rebuilding this city will take years. For those along the Missouri River, one of the most frustrating aspects of the problem was the ever-changing forecast. From a forecast of a release of 110,000 CFS to ultimately 150,000 CFS, 10 times what is normal. This is the highest releases ever in recorded history. Focus in the near term must be clearly on repairing the damage to flood control systems. We also need additional federal support for families and businesses so they have some chance to recover. I told them we've just been devastated by floods along the Missouri, along the Souris River. We've had thousands of homes that destroyed, and we're very concerned that things are setting up that we could have a repeat again next year, and that we don't think the master manual has been updated in a way that allows a running of the reservoirs to minimize the threats to our communities. So I called for a review of what the master manual calls for in running these reservoirs. Mr. Miller, who is head of hazard mitigation, will be in Minot. We got a big issue because North Dakota is going to get roughly $60 million of hazard mitigation money. We need to use that money to buy out homes to have more defensible lines for when we get to the spring.